talk about today, and I've got it on my trending topics for today, is the use of sea moss and how important sea moss is for all of us and for all of our bodies, the nutrients, what you can get out of sea moss in general. And so big up to my friend Lady Moss Boss. I got some sea moss from her recently. It's a purple one, which I like. I love purple. Hence, look what I'm wearing today: purple and orange and different colors. But anyway, I do like my purple sea moss. And usually I would make the whole lot. And I don't know if you know, when you soak it overnight, it expands so much. So I do have, I'm going to bring a picture to the stage. I don't know if you can see it all, but I do have some sea moss that I made just recently. And everyone listening to us on the radio, the sea moss, I listened to a video on Dr. Sebi today, and he was talking about, the different types of sea moss, how to tell the real sea moss from the fake sea moss. And trust me, it is absolutely fascinating. So let me see if I can remember, and I'm going to paraphrase, because of course Dr. Sebi is just a brilliant mind. I don't want to spoil anything that he says, so I'm going to be paraphrasing. But basically he's saying that natural sea moss has no salt around it. I actually thought it was the other way around, so this is why it was so interesting to me. So natural sea moss has no salt around it. The real sea moss, there's real sea moss versus fake sea moss. So the sea moss itself locks onto, it's right at the bottom of the sea, so it locks onto a rock. And the rock gives it its vitamins. It's just really strange how it all kind of come together, but sea moss latches onto this rock and then it starts to spread. Of course, it's on the water. When they get the sea moss from under the water, they have to dry it out so that they then have it available for sale. But that's basically how it all kind of comes together from it's muscle food, as he called it, good source of vitamins. I believe 92 vitamins that you need. So that's my little take on sea moss. I've actually grown to love sea moss. I actually made some, and what I made, I take a shot of sea moss every morning. I have some in the freezer. There's so many different ways in which you can use sea moss. With everything that's happening in the world today, definitely the government now what you can do is take care of yourself, take care of your bodies, and go get your sea moss. There's so many vendors now selling sea moss, so go and make the most of it. So that's my thing about sea moss. So like I said, it is Women's History Month. We continue. We've got a couple more days left of Women's History Month, and I do have some women that I am going to bring to the stage and talk about some great women of our time. But in the meantime, I believe my DJ is on his way. I haven't heard otherwise, so I'm going to assume that he is on his way. But in the meantime, we're going to be playing some music to continue the show. So are we ready with a little bit of music as we continue the show?
Mash up with interest, so but you don't understand when you watch me. feel like I have to chase you. Me already. Girl, you're smart, you know how to spend. Where you take care of the children. They should never end. But if you want me to go, you can be looking the way you do. You can be talking the way you do. You can be looking me. If you want me to go, you can be looking the way you do. You can be looking the way you do. Because you're looking me.
Oh, hi. We're back. Hey, people. Sorry, I was actually just, I can't hear anything. I was actually just starting my Instagram feed, so there you go. I'm sorry, I'm back. I haven't gone anywhere. Why would I abandon you? Why would I leave you? So here I am. So as I was talking earlier, if you were here from the beginning, I talked about getting some very, great women of our time. We are still in Women's History Month, so it's some great women of our time. Have them just talk to you about the ones that I've chosen. So here we go. Hi guys. Hello everybody. So here we go. Okay, so the first up to the stage is Misty Copeland. So if you're listening to us on the radio, Misty Copeland, if you can Google Misty if you don't know who she is, but I'm going to tell you a little bit of information about who she is.
Yes.
So Misty Copeland, Misty Danielle Copeland, born September 10th, 1982, is an American ballet dancer for the American Ballet Theater. That's ABT. Okay? One of 3 leading classical ballet companies in the United States. On June the 30th, 2015, Copeland became the first African-American woman to be promoted to principal dancer in ABT's 75-year history. Copeland enjoys cooking, spending a lot of her time in the kitchen. She and her husband, attorney Ulu Evans, live in Manhattan's Upper West Side with their young son, who was born in 2022. That is a young son. He's what, 2? Oh, good luck. Terrible 2s. But that is Misty Copeland. I absolutely love Misty. She is a great ballet dancer. I'm always fascinated about ballet dancers and how, everything that they do with their bodies, just how they can, I used to be flexible like that. Once upon a time.
Long time ago.
I was very flexible. I wasn't a ballet dancer, but I did do ballet. I did do ballet when I was younger. But I love ballet. I love seeing it. I love watching it. Of course, I wish I could, but I can't. So I'm not even going to try. So that is Misty. Okay, so next up, let me see, who else do I have next up? Coming. Where is my mouse? Here it is. Okay, so next we have, okay, my mouse is not working today. There we go. Okay, Shirley Bassey. Toot your horn for Shirley Bassey. Now, Dame Shirley Veronica Bassey. She is a dame. She is a Welsh singer. That is Welsh as in from Wales. From Wales. She's Welsh singer. She's best known for her career longevity, powerful voice, and recording the theme songs to 3 James Bond films. So Goldfinger, if you're a James Bond fan, put your hand in the air. So Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, and Moonraker. 3 of one of my favorite James Bond movies, to be precise. So Bassey is widely regarded as one of the most popular vocalists in Britain. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, you see?
I don't know.
Listen, somebody's learning something today, even if it's one person. So Shirley Bassey, she sang Goldfinger, Diamonds Are Forever, and Moonraker from the James Bond movies. So Bassey is widely regarded as one of the most popular vocalists in Britain. She received her DBE in 2000, which is a Dame Commander of the Order of the British Empire. So the British Empire, the most excellent order of the British Empire are honors. It honors those who have served or are serving in a non-combative way. It was established by King George V in 1917. Now there you go. A little bit of history, little bit of information about the order of the British Empire. Okay, so next up, Regina King. Regina King. I absolutely love Regina King. She was born Regina Renee King, born January the 15th, 1971, is an American actress and director. She has received various accolades, including an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, and 4 Primetime Emmy Awards. In 2019, Time magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world. And I believe it. I think Regina King is amazing. I absolutely love her. I knew she had a hell of a lot more in her than just acting. You know what I mean? So she directs, and she's won awards for various reasons. Yeah. Now her new movie, Shirley Chisholm. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen it yet. I know it's been out for a while. I haven't seen it yet. It's on Netflix. So Shirley Chisholm is the first Black Congresswoman who launched a trailblazing campaign to become president. It's out now on Netflix. I have not seen it as yet. So that is definitely, I think I'm going to have to watch it. I'm going to watch it this weekend. That's going to be what I'm going to watch this weekend. So her only child, Ian, died by suicide in January of 2022. Now, I remember when this happened. It was only a couple of years ago. And I thought to myself, oh my God, poor Regina. This is your only child, a son. But, you know, she's been on the circuit recently promoting her movie, but also talking about the death of her son, saying that he was tired of talking. He was talking to psychiatrists, he was talking to mental health professional. She said that he was just tired of talking and he just didn't want to be here. You know, just with that alone, I love her even more because I just think she's such a strong, you know, put strength on top of everything that she is, put the word strength on top of that. I just love her. So that is Regina King. Let's see who's next up. Dorothy Height. Dorothy Height. The kids are probably thinking, why is she talking about Dorothy Height? Modern day history, ladies and gentlemen. So Dorothy Irene Height, born March the 24th, 1912, died April 20th, 2010. She was an African-American civil rights and women's rights activist. She focused on the issues of African-American women, including unemployment, illiteracy, and voter awareness. And to think that we're still dealing with voter awareness is crazy to me. We're still dealing with that. So big up to Dorothy Height for, you know, spearheading all of that. She is the first leader of the civil rights movement to recognize inequality for women and African Americans as problems that should be considered as a whole. She was the president of the National Council of Negro Women for 40 years. Shortly after her death, Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton and D.C. Mayor Vincent Gray encouraged the U.S. Postal Service to name the main post office the Dorothy I. Height Post Office. This honor made Height the only African American woman to have a federal facility in Washington, D.C. named after her. So kudos, yay, to Dorothy Height. I do remember Vincent Gray. When I was living in the D.C. area, he was the mayor. So I do remember him. So so that was a good move. That was a really good move. Okay. And last but not least, we can't talk about women, history, and who've made history without mentioning Michelle Obama. We just can't have that conversation and not put Michelle Obama in the mix. So Michelle LaVaughn Robinson Obama, born January 17th, 1964, is an American attorney and author who served as the First Lady of the United States from 2009 to 2017. Gosh, only if we could say is still serving as the First Lady of the United States. That would be so good, but we can't. She was married to, or is married to former President Barack Obama. She was raised on the south side of Chicago and is a graduate of Princeton University and Harvard Law School. In a response to being asked if she would run for president, the former First Lady announced that she has been focused on moving towards retirement. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Why would you want to run for president? Maybe she probably would later on down the line. But for now, she is moving towards retirement and kind of gearing up for that. Though she continues to be active in political campaigns, the former First Lady also said that she is reducing the amount of work to spend more time with her husband. I don't blame her.
No.
I absolutely do not blame her. So Michelle Obama's memoir, Becoming, was released in November 2018. By November of 2019, yes, that's right, 2018, since then, someone on Instagram is asking me. So by 2019, it has sold 11.5 million, that's million with an M, copies.
Wow.
Yeah, in a year, 11.5 million. Some people don't even sell that in, I don't know, a lifetime for their books. But and that's only her first memoir. Of course, she's gone on to write other books since then, and I'm sure her writing days are not over, nowhere near over. There'll be plenty more. So, kudos to Michelle Obama. So thank you for. So those are my five. Those are my five ladies that I've highlighted. What do you think of my five? Let me know. I plan on next month is April. I have to look it up and see what's special about next month, April, and what we need to cover. I know we've got certain months. June is Caribbean Heritage Month. September, I think, is the Latin equivalent.
Yeah.
So whatever we're in, whatever is happening around the world, I am going to bring you that, and I like to kind of give some modern day information. Lawrence would know this. I'm going to put him on the spot again. So yesterday, was it yesterday? When was Pagua? We call it Pagua in Guyana, right?
Holy.
Yeah.
Holy. So Holy was it early this week, right?
Monday.
I think it was Monday.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, having the paint and, I'm thinking, that's Juve? What's Pagua Juve or what?
Hey.
Holy Juve?
That
I
could be
don't
a
know.
conversation.
Well, that's basically what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the paint, the powder, it symbolizes,
Yeah.
and Juve is symbolic as well, when you think about Juve and how it came about. So, we all have our cultures, we all have the celebration of our cultures one way or the other, and Holy. So, Holy to everybody. Hope you enjoyed the week. In Guyana, we call it Pagua. Simply Pagua. And I used to love Pagua. Oh my gosh. I'm not the biggest Juve fan. I mean, I would go and enjoy it during the time, but I used to love me some good Pagua back in the day. Any excuse when you're at school to make a mess. Why not? So yeah. So anyway, we are gonna get back to some music, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Cazzy B on the mic MC. You remember those times?
So what we gonna do? Whistle while you work. I gon' bring up a quality. Can you come on, baby? You got to hear and don't play. We come to rock it, 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 It's good for you. It's good for you. Whistle to treat. Whistle. Step up. Shut up. Whistle. For the ladies on that line to snitches and jealousy.
It's me again. I'm back. All right, so let me put myself back on the screen. Here we go. All right, guys, so let me tell you a little bit about one of the things that I work on or would like to work on some more with you all. So it's called Open Doors in 2024. So this is my consultancy business, Open Doors in 2024. If you are looking for a job, if you are in the job market right now, or if you are trying to get promoted for a job at your current workplace, or if you have a LinkedIn profile or don't have a LinkedIn profile, would like a LinkedIn profile, also cover letters, networking online, and how to do all of the above, let me know. I have a course that I do. It's called Career Advancement Course, and it can be customized to yourself. It could be at any time. You know, if you are an early riser like myself, Lawrence knows that I'm an early riser. Inside joke. I am up at like 6 o'clock every morning, and trust me, my brain is working 24/7.
Yes.
You know, and it has to be. I get a lot of my best ideas when the house is really, really quiet. You know, my kids are home with me. So when the house is really quiet, that's when I get a lot of my ideas, and they're in my head. I don't want to wait till 9 o'clock when everybody else is awake. I am sending you text messages. I'm sending text messages. I am jotting things down. If you look at my phone right now, I probably have over 200 notes. That's how crazy it is. I am like jotting things down all day long. I also do the same when I'm driving, which I know is dangerous, but you know, again, when I'm in the car by myself and I got a long way to go. And living in Atlanta, you always have a long way to go. It takes an hour to get everywhere. So I spend a lot of time thinking about different things, and you know, I'm jotting things down. But anyway, so I said all that to say is I do this course. I must say I've had all of my clients so far have all been males. They've all been men. The men need help, and I don't mind helping the men. They all need help. I had a client just recently from LA, you know, because this is a virtual course. Like I said, I customize it as well. So if you're up early in the morning, I can have a conversation with you. It's an hour, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, however long. And then I also do Thursdays, and I can do some late nights, but you know, my brain tends to shut down after about 10, especially if I have a shot of something, whether it's vodka or rum. But you know, anyway, we will customize it for you. And if you know, there's more than you, I've got people who can help me with this as well. But all in all is we will teach you how to network online. We'll teach you how to write your cover letters, tell you why it's important to write your cover letters, interviewing, all the do's and don'ts about interviewing, certain questions, LinkedIn, why LinkedIn is so important, and how you can get LinkedIn for free, and how you can use it for free, and don't get caught with the monthly charge that they tend to charge, which I always think is fair, because if you don't have a job, you know, they should offer it at least 3 months for people who are actually looking for a job. That will be helpful. But there are certain things that you can do with the premium version of LinkedIn, and also enhancing your resumes. And why do I do this, or why do I think I know all of this? I hear you say, I can hear you say it. I can hear you say it. You're like, this girl's on the radio. What does she know about all of this? Well, let me tell you why I know what I know. First of all, I actually use my own course for myself. I did all of this, hence the reason why I created a course, because it works. It works for me, and I'm going to teach you what I did for it to work. I also spent 3 years working in the staffing industry. I came from an HR background. I spent 3 years working in the staffing industry, one of the biggest staffing companies in the world, Randstad. I worked at Randstad for some time. And I used to be the one interviewing. I used to be the one going through hundreds and hundreds of resumes, and also through the software and the tools that we use or used to use back then for the software to look for certain keywords within your resume. I can tell you what keywords those were and how to use them and where you find them. Your resume, you almost need to have a resume per application. You can't use the same thing. It's not an off-the-shelf. It's not a one-size-fits-all at all. So there's a lot of that's going around. And the guys who I've been working with just in the last week, there were so many red flags that came off of their resume. As soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what to do to help them and to change it for them. So it works. It really does work. You do need to take time. Looking for a job is a job. Mm-hmm. So you do need to take time to be able to do all of this. And I'm really passionate about helping people, and my door is always open. I've added in proofreading on top of that because, again, reading it, using the right grammar, the right spelling, the right tense, all of that counts towards a really good resume. You don't want anything or any excuse to put people off when they're reading your documents. And it's the only thing that they have to get to know you. So how do you, jump off the page, so to speak, during that time, during that very stressful time? So call me. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help. And you know what? If we get, Lawrence, how about this? I'm going to say it now. If we get 20 or 30 people wanting to have this course, we will open the doors, right, Lawrence?
Yep.
And we will have it right here at CLTV Studios. And not only do you get the course, Lawrence will be available to do headshots.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes.
Lawrence will be available to do headshots. I am willing to give up my time, come on down to the studio. Let's have I would do it for 20 or 30 people. And of course, we would spend time with you. We can even do simulations, doing interviews. We can really have a good career day right here at the studio. And I'm shouting it out now. Lawrence has heard me say it. Danny's here. Danny's heard me say it. Everybody's here in the studio. They can hear me say this. I am going to pledge that, and we're going to make that happen. And if it's successful, we'll do it again twice. Right, Lawrence?
Yep.
We'll do it again. See, Lawrence said yes. Lawrence said yes. If Lawrence agrees to it, he's the boss man. So if he agrees to it, we'll make it happen.
It's a good product.
Oh, it is. It is. It's
really great. It's a really good product. Yeah, it'll benefit a lot of people that are looking to find a job.
Yeah, because I know that when I was looking for a job, because coming out of the pandemic, let me tell you, I didn't just automatically jump straight into a job. I did a couple of jobs that I didn't really want to be in until I found the one that I really wanted to be in. And it's okay. It's okay to do something that, you don't really want to be doing right now, but you still have to keep looking for that place where you do want to be. And that's what I did. I used my own blueprint, and it worked. And when you're doing something that you love, it doesn't feel like work. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel like work at all. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like
when you're passionate about something and you constantly doing that every day that you love to do, it doesn't feel like work at all.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like work at all. It's second nature to you. It's natural. And you're having fun while doing it. So.
Exactly. And if you're helping people and you're passionate about that, all the better. All the better. I am.
I have the mic like this.
So that is what's happening. And talking about passion, let me see if I can bring that flyer to the stage, because I know on the 18th of May, Lawrence, and help me out here, because I know that there's something very passionate happening on the 18th of May. Let me find that flyer. I've got it here in my pack. So I know Lawrence is partnering with a wonderful lady, Dr. Angela
Banks.
Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, it's called the New Community Leadership Hub. It's a launch party happening right here at the studio, Saturday, May the 18th. And again, this the CEO, Dr. Angela Banks, She, this whole hub is all about having a one-stop shop. Is that right?
Yes.
For resources.
Yes.
So, and Dr. Angela Banks is so well renowned. She's done. I can't even. I mean, I don't want to speak for her, but I know that Lawrence has been telling me about Dr. Angela Banks for years. And finally, it's come together. It's come together to have this amazing hub, this leadership hub, where you can have a one-stop shop in terms of helping you, with business, helping you with business ideas, with grants, with different things, and how to, just pivot within your business as well. So it's happening right here, Saturday, May the 18th, 6254 Memorial Drive in Stone Mountain at 4 p.m. Doctor, are you going to be here, Danny, for this event?
I may. Yeah, of course.
It's going to be a good event. You see, look at Lawrence. Lawrence is looking $1 million for sitting right here in this flyer. So, Billy, he's going to be wearing his T-shirt. What does the T-shirt say? Billionaire?
Yeah, billionaire CEO.
Billionaire CEO T-shirt. So there you go. So that's what's happening on May the 18th. We're going to be in the height of Carnival, so the whole place is going to be buzzing and jumping during that time.
Rocking.
May is going to be one of those crazy months. So so that's what's happening. All right, so we are going to get back to some music, and I am going to play some of these ads, you guys. Until, like I said, we got a few things going on here. So back to the music.
I love how you doing it. I'll give up right there, God, bring it. Bring that for me. Move it, got it. Take me like it. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Take me up. Give me a shot. Pull on your waist. It's too away, inside our back, it's all I live, that is the fact, girl, I love your habit, I love your habit, girl, I know you have it, I love your habit, do like that, let me see you do like that, do like that, let me see you do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Girl, give me that thing just so I like it. Girl, give me that thing, don't try to fight it. Girl, give me that thing just so I like it. Girl, you know I love the way you ride it. All kind of girl, all over the nation. Out all of them, you is the baddest one. Don't make me dream to be a man. Cause when you touch the scene, there's no competition. Girl, I love your habit. I love your habit. Girl, I know you have it. I love your habit. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Girl, give me that thing just so I like it. Girl, give me that thing, don't try to fight it. Girl, give me that thing just so I like it. Girl, you know I love the way you ride it. Girl, I love your habit. I love your habit. Girl, I know you have it. I love your habit. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Do like that. Let me see you do like that. Don't tell you don't know I want it. Don't tell you don't know I need it. I'll give up when they got it.
He's caught me off guard here. All right, so I am expecting my guest. I've just texted to see if she is on her way. That is Miss Shauna Halley Lee. She is a poet as well as a speaker. She is so many things. So I can't wait for her to come. She will tell us all about herself. No stranger to the studio, but always a nice way to speak to intelligent, smart women of our time. So it will be exciting. Okay, so we've come across the comedy night. Let me tell you a little bit about the comedy night that's happening on April the 12th. We're going to have some surprises. So comedians, if you ever wanted to kind of try your hand and, get hold of the mic, come on down to the studio on Friday, the 12th of April at 7 o'clock, 7 to 10. And, just come and it's a freestyle Friday. So come and enjoy some comedy. If you want to get on the stage, do that. Comedy, poetry, fashion. There's going to be a live DJ. I believe Miss Sue Jen will be on the stage too. So that will be exciting. So come on down. That is April the 12th. Is a Friday. And let me see what else is happening. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention about as well. This has been the news recently. They were talking a lot about whether you should rent or whether you should buy. So as a realtor, I am a realtor. See, I wear a lot of hats. I just pivot as I go along. I pivot every way that I can. But as a realtor, one of the other things, rent versus buy. That debate has been out for, centuries. People always talk about, whether you should rent or buy. The true answer is do what suits your budget for now. Obviously, with owning a home, you've got the long-term benefits with building up equity and being able to borrow on the house if you ever get into really hard times. Also, if it's your home, you can do things like, if you're an empty nester, you can probably rent out a room to a traveling nurse or different, there's ways in which you can make money and make it work for you if you own your home. Renting is a little different. You have a little bit more restrictions. There's not a lot that you can do in terms of like the way you shouldn't. I mean, some people do, but you shouldn't, unless you have documentation. So there's a lot of difference. But the reason why it was very, why I wanted to bring this up is because there's been a lot of squatting that's been happening in and around the city. For example, there's a story, one of my trending topics, there's a story in California right now. LeBron James, he has a $36.8 million home, and just two doors down from him, squatters have moved into a $5 million home in Beverly Hills. Now that's a little crazy. They're having cocaine orgy parties, apparently. Now this is a quote. Actually, let me say allegedly before Lawrence gets into trouble, because I'll just say that I was told to say allegedly. So let's say allegedly. So cocaine orgy parties they're allegedly having, and LeBron James is there's nothing that he can do because again they're squatters. Now in this country, and I know it doesn't happen a lot in the Caribbean, because trust me, if someone moves into your house and they're not supposed to be there, someone moves into your house and they're not supposed to be there, it's a whole different story when it comes to the Caribbean. But these squatters have moved into this house that is two doors down from LeBron James. Now, you can't just get squatters out just like that. There are rules surrounding putting people out on the street. So it's very important that you do it and do it the right way. So, but let me tell you, there's a lot. I know there was another case right here in Atlanta. There was a case where they actually sold someone's house from right underneath their noses. I don't know how that happened. They came back and everything was, they threw all their stuff out on the street, and this, person just took over. How did you make something like that happen? It's gotta be crazy. Anyway, so now those owners are trying to get their own house back, because you can't just go in, like I said, and just remove people. Squatters actually have rights. Isn't that something? Squatters actually have rights, guys. So, but anyway, so that is what's happening over there in Beverly Hills. So, but if you are in the market for buying a home, luckily interest rates are coming down. There are still a lot of programs out there if you'd like to purchase a home. And just give me a call. Give me a call. I can put you in contact with someone from a mortgage loan that we use who can get you on one of these programs, who can help you Even though you might not be at the right stage right now for buying, we can talk about how we can get you to that stage. It could take 6 months to a year in a lot of cases, but just let us know. Let us know. Give me a call. My number is 202-550-2923. Let me know where you are in terms of the house buying process, and I will try to get you to the finish line. If you want to be in a home for 2024, now is the time to start. So give me a call, 202-550-2923. All right, so we're going to get back to some music, and then we're going to come back and talk about some more trending topics. Maybe we'll talk about, I don't really want to talk too much about Diddy. Maybe not. But Danny's here, so we'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, that is a whole subject all by itself. But we will come back after some music, and we will talk a little bit about what's happening with Diddy. P Diddy. We told you that we won't stop.
Can't stop.
Yeah.
Wow. You got back one crew, you don't know. You got back SM crew one time. First time, Dutch time. You got back office up crew, you don't know. You got customer place Birmingham one time. Wow. Office up. Office up. What is that thing? What is that man? 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 Hey,
Wow. Wow. You the DJ? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Wow.
Talking to the mic. Talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
Zambia, you got to be able to go time. The one that was pro, the show guy pro. Wow. You got Gato. You got man like Dolce. What's up?
I'm ready for you.
Yoy, as they say in Guyana. Woy, neighbor. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so it's a Guyanese happy hour right now. We don't have any rum. Sorry, guys. There's no rum in here. No alcohol allowed.
The person that comes late is supposed to bring rum.
Right, exactly. Or the Easter bunch. Okay, so we have two people who are tardy today.
So yeah, 2 bottles of rum.
That's right. They're tardy for the party. Tardy for the party, as we say. But yeah, so DJ DX is here. Sound International, a big sound. You know I love that. So yeah, and we also have my wonderful, she is here. She's also tardy for the party, but we'll let her off, because you know why? We thought, being Easter, right? Easter is Good Friday. Mm-hmm. Lawrence actually called me and said, "Are you bringing the Easter buns?" And I said, "No, my guest is bringing it." No, I'm kidding. I didn't put that on you. I did not put that on you. But what we're going to do right now, we're going to talk about, I've got a couple other subjects that I wanted to talk about today. And seeing that we've got a full house right now, we're going to talk about the biggest topic that is going around the hip-hop world right now. And I know DJ DX may have one or two things to say. So, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, I don't know, what we calling him today?
Brother Love.
Brother Love, there you go. I was gonna bring that out, but hey, I'm a big fan of 50, by the way. So yeah, Brother Love. So Diddy, there's a lot going on with Diddy right now, and every day there's like something different that's happening. The biggest takeaway, actually, I'm going to go around the room and ask everyone what they think the biggest takeaway is. And you know what? It's only the beginning. There's still a lot more happening, or a lot more that we're going to find out as things start to unfold. So the biggest takeaway, who wants to start? Danny, what do you think the biggest takeaway is so far in this whole Diddy thing?
The biggest takeaway for me was when the whole raids happened in the first place, when they pretty much ransacked his whole house and took all of his electronics, computers, everything as possible to try and get dirt on this guy, because of, I think it was connected to the sex trafficking
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yes. Yeah, we don't want anybody coming to our
Yeah,
door.
no.
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Allegations, so that was crazy. That shocked me big time. And I kind of figured it was only a matter of time, because it all started with Cazzy, I think a couple of months ago, when she had her lawsuit and she dropped it. Like, I kind of figured like it was a domino effect that was gonna come after that, and now we're just seeing it play out in real time. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sound International is a little busy over there, so what do you think your biggest takeaway is?
My biggest takeaway with the old Diddy.
So far, because there's more.
Yeah, so far. Is I think I was on the internet and I saw something about him and Meek Mill having like some type of sexual relations going on. So that's kind of, because
was that real? Was that real or Photoshop?
No. They said it's real. Because I just saw somebody make a snippet of Meek Mill's one of his rap bars, and he was like talking about somebody, didn't name nobody, saying that if you get him his time, better cherish it because what? Something about the streets not gonna forgive me for this. So that's like, I know.
Oh yeah, you live better than that. You die better than that. You know, however else it goes. I don't know. Miss Shauna, our guest today is Miss Shauna Helly Lee. No stranger to our studio, and you may have seen her earlier on in the week. And you know, I love to showcase phenomenal women. Of course, you are. So, hello and welcome again to the studio. So, tell us a little bit, you know, about your biggest takeaway so far with all of this that's happening right now.
Well, the interesting thing about it is that I don't really keep up. I don't watch the news, and I don't. Whatever I see is probably what I saw on. I see on social media, so I have not been keeping up with it.
You haven't been keeping up?
No.
I mean, it's everywhere.
Well, I saw the the video you showed today, and it was just saying what you should do now that you've learned, you know, about his situation. But other than that, I have not been keeping up with his saga.
Yeah, and it is. It definitely is a saga. But Mr. Lawrence, you want to chime in? Do you have an opinion? Do you have an opinion? Allegedly. No, don't forget to say allegedly.
So, I'm looking at it from a media standpoint, and to be a billionaire and not have an alternative narrative to divert the attention away from what it looks like, I think is dropping the ball. So if you're a billionaire and this is a narrative that is out there that allegedly that all of these different things happen, I feel that you're not using your resources wisely. So in my media world, I allegedly had an issue, and I allegedly had to go on TV and allegedly clear it up because I had a bad media day several years ago. And if you look back at the video, I had to sit down as the CEO of this company and explain what I think my side. And compared to Diddy, I am a small fish. So what I'm saying, if you're a billionaire, you should hire a PR firm to deflect, reflect, do whatever you need to do as this narrative is continuing to fester. You should use your resources wisely. Free advice. That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You know, like you said, because he's so big in the game, he should use everything that he has to try to clear his name. And he has every right to try and clear his name because you are not, you know, you're not convicted, so to speak, you know, until, you know, you're guilty or found guilty. But I must say, one thing that I did, I saw this week and I thought, I had to take a double look. So Serge Knight, you know Serge Knight, he's serving 28 years right now.
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight, sorry, that's my British accent. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
you're in America.
Suge Knight.
Suge
I
Knight.
mean, what kind of name is that anyway?
It's not his real name.
But, so I didn't know. Did you know he had a podcast from jail, Lawrence?
No. I need a podcast.
I know. I was like, hold on. I'm talking voice and everything. Okay, this man, the podcast is called Collect Call. Okay, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just like, this is what you call creativity, okay? The podcast is called Collect Call, and it basically is like a phone call, and he's talking over a phone, and he's doing a whole podcast. Right, 28 years is a long time. You got to find something to do for 28 years. So, kudos to him. That's what you call big businessman. You know, just continuing inside, outside, doesn't matter. So he actually on his podcast said it's like a warning to Diddy, just basically saying, look, you know, and that's where the Brother Love came from because he called him Brother Love. He said, Diddy, Brother Love is not a good code name for prison, so you're gonna have to drop that when you come inside. So he's fully expecting him
To get
to be
convicted.
there.
Yeah.
You know, because when the feds raid your home, so I, you know, been told, allegedly, because I don't know. gets to that stage, they have everything they need.
Yeah.
They already have everything they need. That is just like, the little fine tooth comb. They're going to just find a couple other little things here and there. But they already have the bulk of what they need to. So it's imminent. And any moment now, it's all happening. But one of the comments, and I just got to read this, and I'll read it with a straight face. But one of the comments from this Collect Call podcast was.
Which camera you want to look into? Straight face,
said,
lady.
Okay, in here. I'm
I got you.
serious. They said, and I quote,
Mike.
people in jail always know more about what's happening on the outside. People in jail. This is because what's his name?
Suge
Knight knows more about what's happening on the outside than we do, but he's inside for 28 years, so I thought that was pretty hilarious. But anyway, so
yeah.
It's definitely true.
that is true, right? People on the inside know more about what's happening on the outside. So they're going to get you if they can. So he was warning him, basically, just watch your back, because it's either going to be one or the other. I would rather him go to jail, do his time, rather than to see something happen to him, because, that is the ultimate. So that's what's happening in their world. But we are going to get back to some music, because Sound International, the big sound, is here. He's there. All right, people. And over to Sound International, we'll come back with our wonderful guests.
Ooh, Sound International, we are big sound.
This is the promo of DJ Cazzy. We got to speak it up and running. This way, see the fire, let's go.
Dirty bad mind, don't like we on the road.
I'm talking to the Cazzy, don't like promo show.
Expensive clothes, What up? Have a party. Let me up Mr. Press Class in the plan on VIP. Party don't stop, yeah, so ready to go home. No, mash up.
We got Danny in the.
We got Danny in the building, man. You see on a Friday, each and every Friday from 5 to 7. Cazzy, what we tell her?
My shoulder, cause we outside. So long time. No fight, alright.
Cause we outside. Don't forget people on Memorial Weekend. We outside, downtown Atlanta, for Carnival in the season. Let's go. One time for my struggle, people tuning right now. DJ get some else.
Watch the girl them bubble. Whoa, she stick it up like that. Must take a wine on you today. At the party, let the party. Backstage general or VIP. Party don't stop, yeah. So what we gonna do? Soca, hold on. The sweat mash up. No stop drink and I must catch up. From the time I touch, 1 girl, 10 girl, nothing. Hold on. Trinity.
You see Memorial Weekend, know we on the road.
We love it.
And I want you to get all my ladies on.
It's in a cooler. Put the party on my shoulder, cause we outside. So
You see where we on the road, ladies, come on.
I want to give it to ya. 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 I want to give it to ya, baby. I want to give it to ya, honey.
This is how we party for the summer show, man. I know the vibe. DJ Cazzy,
Baby, why they turn me up?
uh-oh.
Let the whole thing up. It makes you my soulmate. Demonstrate with the animate. No time on the get down, you will get the only thing, anything for me. First thing, anybody, anything. You want me everything.
We at CLTV. What's in the promo show? Let's go. My woman, my everything. Oh, oh.
My woman, I love you, my everything. My woman, my
Ladies, if you watch the promo show, you listen to the radio right now, you ain't out, do something for me. If your knees are good, ladies, you don't have no back problem, do something for me right now, like this. Like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, ladies, ready? Hold on, hold on. Happy Good Friday. Shout out to all my Guyanese listening. I'm about to pull up at some of y'all out there with some crossbuns and all of that, right? I ain't made no crossbuns. Cazzy, where's the crossbuns, Cazzy? Where's the crossbuns? Don't forget, people, this Sunday, if you know about the Caribbean culture, we fly kites and stuff on Easter, right? So shout out to my boy, he got a kite flying family day going on this Sunday. Right? All my Guyanese know about it. I'm trying to remember the info right now. DJ Jammy, Jamrock Music. If you go on Instagram, just check out Jamrock Music. No, Demrock Music, my bad. Check out Demrock Music and you'll see the flyer and Demrock Music page. It's this Sunday, it's a family-oriented event. You come out there already ordered like 5 kites off of Amazon. I'll be giving away 3 of the kites and I use 2, right? You come out, fly some kites, some crossbands, some egg balls, all of that, you know, white pudding, black pudding. Probably some ginger beer too, you know. Easter weekend, man. Right now, no Guyana is allowed, Jamaica is allowed, the whole Caribbean. It's a national holiday in the Caribbean this weekend. Nobody work, you know what I'm saying? Nobody go to school. You know how to go Monday, national holiday in the Caribbean, right? So you see, this weekend, we have one thing to tell the supervisor real quick before we get back to the host. We got one thing to tell the supervisor this weekend. You see, this weekend, you see, it's crossbun season, it's Easter. So we tell the supervisor this weekend, I'm not doing one Rasta today.
Well, we can't say that. We can't say that because it's Easter Sunday. So we're not saying we're not using that word. We're just saying we're not doing a thing. So instead of saying, you know, the RH, we said we're not doing a thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing.
Yes, we're not doing anything because we can't see ourselves coming into work today. Something like that. We can start changing words over there. All right. So so that was listen, DJ DS always has this place jumping when he comes in. He comes in. That's his theme song, by the way, holiday. But when he comes in, he has everything jumping. My camera was jumping. I'm like, where's the camera? It was on you. It started jumping around. But anyway, thank you for that. So we have our guest today. How are you, Miss Shauna?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great. So I was reading, I started reading everything I could find about you. And like you know, many of us who wear so many hats, I was just like, okay, she's pivot. There's so many different hats that you wear, and of course, author, poet, you're a spiritual life and legacy coach, educator. I don't know. I might say this must be a speaker.
Yes.
Speaker.
Yes.
So how many more hats do you wear? Of course, wife.
Yes.
International
Grandmother.
grandmother, so many more that I could, the list goes on. So tell us a little bit. I'm going to turn all these cameras around. You've got the Caribbean Life TV camera on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm going to turn all of my cameras around too. So tell us a little bit about yourself and, something that we don't know about you, in addition to everything else that you do. There you go.
Okay, well, like you mentioned, Cazzy B, thank you. Thank you, Cazzy B, for inviting me to be a part of your platform and the opportunity to share. I like to call myself, of course, I am Shauna Hallie Lee. I have an amazing husband that supports me. He is right outside filming at this moment.
You got to bring him in.
And I like to call myself a premier ambassador for women's authentic living because I was a young mother of 4 by 24. And I understand the struggle of being a young mother, but more than that, I came from Guyana, South America, when I was 16. When I was 16, and part of my journey was when I was in Guyana, I was very outgoing. I mean, I was track star, I was a model, I was on talent shows, I was doing a lot of things. But then when I came to America, life was different. So I kind of pulled back and became more introverted than extroverted, and I became a people pleaser. And that went on for a long time, up until I would say 5 years ago. And then all of a sudden, I invested in a business. It came to the point where I invested in a business, lost my life savings, and my first book was birthed from that devastation. I call it, my first book is called Prism of Poems, Lost and Found, Not from Determination, but Devastation. So it took me going through what I went through to be able to, the book was healing for me. It was my reconnection with God. That's why I call myself a spiritual life and legacy coach, because I think a lot of times as mothers, and I can only speak from the female realm and persona, but as mothers, we live and we work hard to leave a legacy, but we never really enjoy what we're working for. And I want mothers to begin to really live the legacy. Don't just leave something, but live it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that. Because a lot of situations where, something negative happens, but something positive comes straight out of that. And I always say everything happens for a reason. Whatever you go through has to happen so that you can come through it and go on the other side and tell that story.
Yes.
It's it just fits the bill.
Yes.
So, and then it does come from, if you're a spiritual person and you have faith, it will come from somewhere deep within. It's not just something on the outside or on the surface.
Yes.
So I'm really glad you said that. That is so true. So the spiritual life and legacy, the poet, did all of this just happening in the last 5 years? So that is a lot.
No, actually, I started my first, what I would call career. I was a cosmetology, a licensed cosmetologist, and I became a licensed cosmetology educator. And then the education part of it came because I was working too many hours, and I was in the salon a lot, long hours, and I wanted to be more present for my children. So I gave up the career in the salon full-time and started doing it part-time. And then I also started subbing. That was my first experience, being on a different side, on the side of education.
Right,
so I started subbing, then I became an assistant teacher. I started my education, and that's when I realized education was my passion. Training and development was my passion, and that's where I began to actually coach others. I wasn't certified, but I was still doing the work.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you don't have to be certified. I have a consultancy firm as well, and I was just talking a little bit about what I do and, helping people with their resumes and cover letters and so on. I think I'm qualified, but I'm not certified, so to speak, but you still can help.
Right.
There's still different ways in which you can help. So from the author perspective, I know you've got some books right here for us today. So you said your first book came out of having, 5 years ago, coming out of what you were going through. So what was that first book?
It was called, it was poetry. I had been writing poetry since I was a teenager, but of course, like I mentioned, when I came to America, things changed for me. And then I got back to it. I didn't realize it was lyrics I was writing when I was a teenager, but when I began to write for healing purposes, I understood it to be poetry.
Oh, nice. Like spoken words?
Spoken word, yes. Spoken word poetry, and also I have 5 books. 4 of them are actual poetry, and then the last one is more of I would say, a story, my story in a nutshell.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
yes.
We have a lot of things in common.
Awesome.
From the Guyanese perspective, I actually wrote my story last year as part of an anthology, my second anthology, and now I'm about to do a third. I don't know if I'm going to find the time, but I'll do it. I'll do it because, I think it's important, like you said, that legacy, not just doing something for your kids, doing something for yourself, doing something you enjoy. I'm always, writing. I love writing, and being able to do it so that other people can read and enjoy, what I get out of it. It's a win-win. So I know you've got some books here. Tell us a little bit about what books you've got and how we can find them.
The last book I wrote is called Juicy Gems to Never Doubt Yourself Again, and it's about feeling more self-love and more self-confidence more often. And that is my the book.
I love the cover.
Oh, thank you. That is really about my journey on releasing. Because I teach a live visioning workshop as well, and it's about releasing people, places, and things that are no longer in alignment with the person I am choosing to become.
Ooh.
And then stepping into that greater self, allowing myself and giving myself permission to move into what does God have for me. And then the final phase of it is to put it on a vision board. That's what I usually do. So this book is all about release. It's about restoring, and then revival, inner. This is all inner work.
So is it teaching people how to do that, or is it your specific journey and how you did that?
I did that, and I also have worksheets in here for people to actually, for them to go through the journey themselves.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And my book after that, before that one, is called Goddess Awakening Rise Woman. And this was basically, again, this is all poetry, but it's all about me really becoming confident in myself and no longer looking outside of myself for answers and solutions, but believing that greater is He that is in me, and the power within me is greater than any situation or circumstance I can ever face.
Wow.
And to focus on that meditation,
and to
yes.
have faith.
Yes,
Oh,
faith,
yeah.
yes.
Are you into, this kind of brings me into like gems and stones and
I
power
am.
of gems. I know, me too.
Yes.
Me too, and I believe in that manifestation.
Yeah, I'm following more of a spiritual path now than a religious path, because I believe religion served me, and there's nothing wrong with it, because I don't think anything is wrong with anything unless it's hurting somebody else or yourself. But religion served its purpose in my life, and now I am spiritual. That means I am looking for my own alignment with God. No one have to tell me what God should be for me.
Right, exactly.
Because I believe all paths really lead to God.
Oh yeah,
And
I mean, if you're a believer, we all have a higher power that we believe in. We're still in the Ramadan. We're still covering Ramadan right now in that phase. We're about to go into Easter Sunday. We all have that higher being that we believe in. But like you said, you have to make it what you want and make it work for you.
Yes.
No one can tell you, because a lot of people try to preach to you and tell you what you should be thinking, believing, feeling, and so forth. But you've got to do that all for yourself.
Yes.
That is not something that someone can tell you. It's got to be inside. It's got to start there. I started learning a lot about gems. Right now, I've got the money stone in my purse. I keep it there all the time. And if I change purse, I take the stone and put it in that one. I don't, you know.
This one.
The rose quartz. That's the rose. The rose quartz. I put that in my pillow. That is in my pillowcase at night, people. Yes. Okay. But the rose quartz. Let me tell you, I had a situation probably about 3 years ago, and I was rubbing on that rose quartz every night before I went to bed, holding it in my hand and just trying to manifest this thing happening. And I tell no lies. It happened. You know what I mean? So, you have to believe what you want to believe. You take it from there. A lot of people don't think anything of it. I keep the energy in my car.
Mm-hmm.
When I get, you get that. It renews energy from the sun. I don't let anybody touch it. That stone is in my car. It stays there.
Is it the crystal
Tiger eye.
Oh, the tiger eye.
Tiger eye I keep in my car. It's right there. Nobody touches it. They come in my car and move it down for away from them. Oh, no, you're not allowed to touch it. That is yours.
That's your energy.
That's right. So you're not allowed to touch it. So there's a lot. So and then you have another book. Tell us about this other book.
This one is my second book. It's called The Will to Transform, Honoring the Goddess Within. And all of this is about inner renewal. It's about doing the inner work and allowing myself to just be able to manifest what I want. And I think part of it also was trying to decide what is my stuff and what is somebody else's stuff. Yeah. What is stuff that I was told that I needed to do, be, and show up as, and then purging myself to make room for forgiveness, forgiving myself. That's a big thing. Forgiving myself and forgiving others. Because when people tell us, when they're giving us direction, some of them mean well.
Yes.
But it's coming from their limits.
Yes.
And they're trying to keep us safe.
Ooh. Yes.
But I think...
Oh, Lord. Woo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have to be mindful to really, I would say, filter. When people tell us something, we have to filter what they tell us. And if we don't know who we are, then we will take in everything. And before you know it, we're confused and we are going in all different directions. We're running here and we're running there. And before you know it, we don't even know what we're about. Right, so I think it's important that when somebody shares information with us, we say thank you, but it doesn't mean that we have to do anything with it. Mm-hmm.
I have to hit the best there because that is so true. And I always say, at the end of the day, you have to own it. Because at the end of the day, you wait, 20 years from now, if you didn't own that, you could not repeat the same story. Your story's going to keep changing all the time. You don't want it to keep changing. Mm-hmm. It's better to own it. Whether it's good, bad, indifferent, just own it. It happened, it didn't happen. And advice, people love to offer their advice and their opinions, which is nice. So we can take it, like you said, and just smile. But how you process it is really up to you.
Yes.
What you do with that information and how you manage that information is really up to you in the end. You have to enjoy it. You have to take it. You have to take the seriousness of it to your level.
Yes.
And stick to that. And that's the only way you can get through. We've all gone through tough times.
Yes.
Look at and I know people don't like me talking about the royals, but I'm going to talk about the royals very, very quickly. Look at Princess Kate when they were hammering her about this Photoshop, and she probably took that particular photo because she probably didn't look her best because she was going through. We found out that she was going through chemotherapy and different things. Her hair is a whole different color than that picture. You know what I mean? So she probably took that and photoshopped it because, it's the best she could do for that Mother's Day shoot. And everyone was like, And now that we know the truth, now they're backing off. You know what I mean? So anyway, that was just a quick example. So we're going to get back to some music. Sound International on the deck. And he is ready. We're on the deck for soundboard before I can even finish speaking. So, over to you, DJ. Take
Sound International, we are big sound. Everybody take a jump up now. That's a waste, up now.
DJ DXML, Cazzy B is here.
Now because
It's carnival. Let's go.
everybody
Come on.
take
Hold on. One, two,
everybody
let's
take
go.
a jump up now. That's a waste, that's a wine up now because
It's Easter time. Let's go.
look at people, you make me wanna.
If you live the life, you love the life, you live. Let me hear you. That's what the promise show's all about. Good time, laughter, fun, live on. Yeah. Sunday, let's go. Shout out to Mr. President, shout out to Cazzy, shout out to this young lady right here, shout out to the O's. It's Good Friday. Yeah, we Friday, you know the vibe. Let's go, come on. If you love some of your family, that's all of them. Understand? Why I said that? You know you have that cousin living in your house. Sometimes they go in the fridge, just eat your food out in the morning and everything, right?
And I can't believe he didn't bring the rum today. You got us doing something crazy and he didn't bring any rum. But anyway, Sound International, big sound indeed, indeed. All right, guys, so we're coming towards the end of the show. I just want to say a thank you again to our sponsors, to Trap Water, Caribbean International Shipping, to Wear White, the 24th annual Wear White, people. It is happening, Carnival Weekend with Patrice Roberts, Mikael Teja, Nadia Baston, and tickets are $60 currently. You missed the 45, you missed it early, I'm sorry, it's now $60 for tickets. Also to La Parker Global Freight and Logistics Solutions, thank you for your sponsorship. Shipping to the Caribbean and beyond. Give them a call at 770-322-7922. Discounts available. So don't forget, call the number 770-322-7922. And we also have Mr. Lawrence Prescott Photography right here at the studio. Just call 678-661-1819 to Bacchanal TV. If you miss us on Bacchanal TV this week, we will be back on Bacchanal TV next week. We are live again, coming up to the end of the show on YouTube as well as Caribbeanlifetv, and we are live on our app 365 on Caribbean Life Radio. All right, so to my guests, tell us where we can find you. Tell us where, let the viewers know where you can be found, and so that they can follow you.
Okay, on Facebook, I am Shauna Halley, but look, in about a couple of days, it will be Shauna Halley Lee.
Oh,
Okay.
So, Shauna Halley Lee. And on Instagram, it is Euphoria Speak. EUPHORIA Speak. And you can also reach out to me at Divine Legacy 1133@gmail.com.
Yes. And we will be back next Friday on the promo show. I have a special guest. It's going to be Joyce Farmer from Joyce Farmer, who is going up for sheriff of Fulton County. So she will be here in the house. The sheriff candidate's going to be here next week. What time are you coming?
I'm gonna be here early. No alcohol,
All right.
none of that.
Let's get the sheriff. Let's get the sheriff on you now. Yeah, we should be at the sheriff. We let the sheriff do something.
Drink before we come inside.
Yeah, bring it before or after.
Yeah.
But we can't do it during when the sheriff
Not
is here.
June.
Okay? Yeah, so the candidate for Fulton County Sheriff will be in the house, Miss Joyce Farmer and her campaign crew. They will be here, so we are excited to have them. And Miss Danny.
Yes.
We'll see you next week.
Yes.
Next week, Friday at 5. Danny says she's going to be drinking before the show. So next week, Friday at 5 to 7. So we're going to leave you. I know, Miss Shauna, you've got something else you wanted to say. And then we're going to get over to, we'll let you play one song to see us out. And then we are done. So guys,
But
I will see you.
you got to say how to follow him.
So yes, go over to DX. Where can we follow you, Mr. Sound International?
So in the daytime, y'all can find me as you can find me on Marvin Home Repairs. I do AC, electrical, plumbing, all that. That's the daytime. Nighttime, you can find me on my DJ page, the official DJ DX. So in the daytime, in the summertime, the daytime will make you cold, and in the nighttime will make you hot.
What?
Right? Understand?
That's your tagline.
So I'm gonna fix your AC in the daytime, make you cool, and then in the nighttime you come over at Spice House or wherever I'm booked, and I'm gonna make you hot and steamy and vibey. You get me? Yeah, that's it.
The people on TikTok are like, okay. So we got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, we got YouTube. All saying okay. So, go ahead. So, Miss
Awesome.
Shauna.
So this piece is called Beauty Within too, and this is just for women to focus on the beauty within them. And even when they feel a little bit insecure, they can always go back to their core and the center within. It says, there is beauty within me that wants to overflow. I'm sorry, I'm going to do the other one. I ran to the river and I ran to the sea. Every time I took a peek, I saw a beautiful me. As quickly as I began to feel at ease with the beauty I see, thoughts of disbelief came flowing back to me. I asked Spirit for help. I know I'm never alone. Then the sweetest sound I heard replied, take another look. With apprehension, I took a glimpse. The beauty I knew reappeared. This time more bold and beautiful, she said, I cause you to see a little more. So seek in sunshine and seek in rain. Seek to behold the most breathtaking beauty that is there within.
Oh, love that, love that.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm listening to that, and it's like I want to play an instrumental so you could sing that on a beat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that sound, yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will get there. We will get there.
Thank you.
So over and out.
People done us Good Friday, so you take it home nice and easy, you know. Easter Sunday, it's this weekend. But tonight is Good Friday. So you remember back in the days when I was in Guyana, flying my kites and stuff. Let me tell you about those days. Shoot. Boxboard kite. Remember the song. You those were the days where love used to rain. We danced all night to the songs they play. We can come again. Nice and easy on the promo show. ICB. Used to make you rock away. Those were the days. So just now, Miss Cazzy B. At the X. Play one more song. And then we're gonna leave. It was songs they play. What she don't know is a lot of things can happen. Do one more song. Without being sad. One more day is getting